The big news in the world of sports is the resignation of Jim Tressel at Ohio State University. We're looking at the effects of that on the NFL. And Nolan, first of all, do you think there's a chance that Tressel would end up in the NFL? And if so, could he really make it there?
I think the chances are very remote. I don't see much likelihood that he would wind up in the NFL.
Yeah.
If he does, I think he'll be an offensive coordinator. I think that's the kind of role that he'd have to move into, not a head coach. I think it's more likely that he'll sit out a year, maybe even for the long haul. I think he's going to have to answer the NCAA investigators if he does come back, and I'm not sure he wants to do that. So at 58, it wouldn't be a surprise if he just rode off into the sunset.
So that's it. I mean, if sitting out a year may not be by choice, it may be by the rules of the NCAA once they drop the hammer on whatever officially happens. So the next question is, with the opening at Ohio State, obviously one of the biggest jobs in college sports, are there any NFL names that could be associated with that job? We hear over and over again, I think every opening in any job, it seems like any sport at this point, John Gruden's name is thrown about. Is that realistic? Is there anyone from the NFL that could do it?
Well, John Gruden's from Ohio. It's a natural.
Yeah.
I think he's really waiting for that NFL opportunity. I think that's where his heart is, and I think that's where he'd like to be. I think he'll stay at ESPN. I think the college coach is likely what they're going to find. They're going to look at guys like Patterson at TCU. I think Mark Dantonio at Michigan State. I think those are the type of guys, even Bob Stoops at Oklahoma, that could fit that role well.
What about one name that's out there, obviously, Urban Meyer? Is that a possibility?
Yeah, he wanted some time off. It wouldn't be a shocker if he decided to come back. It's a great opportunity. He's got roots at the program, started coaching there early in his career, so it would make a lot of sense.
And of course, he wanted time away from football. We saw him quit from Florida once for a couple of weeks. Maybe 6 months now being away from the sport is enough. The other ramifications from this whole thing is Terrell Pryor and the players that are there at Ohio State, especially those that are suspended. What does this mean for him? Is he going pro now? Does he do the supplemental draft? And really, is he even a quality prospect?
Well, I think he's more of an athlete than a quarterback. I have serious questions about his accuracy, his passing instincts. I think he's got a long way to go as a quarterback, but he definitely has a lot of athletic ability there. He's a playmaker when you put the ball in his hands, and I think he's going to have to go that supplemental draft route if he wants to come out.
Let me guess, too, some serious character concerns around Pryor? I mean, come on, the guy's obviously been trouble throughout his years. It looks like it's just getting deeper and deeper. Is that something people want to take on?
Yeah, early on in his career, I think there was a sense of entitlement there. I think he's had some problems with the intangibles, so I think there are some concerns about the leadership ability as well.
I mean, you figure leadership and questionable skills as a quarterback. Not sure that's a bright future in the NFL. We'll have to wait and see. That's a look at what the Ohio State moves and Jim Tressel's resignation mean for the rest of the NFL. For the best football news, be sure to follow us on Twitter or go to ProFootballWeekly.com.